Okay, so get this. We're watching this wildfire play out in real time.
Yeah.
The Hughes Fire in Castaic, California.
Wow.
And we're getting these live updates from CBS News.
Live updates.
So think of it as like we have a front row seat
Oh, wow.
to this unfolding situation.
That's pretty incredible.
It is.
To see it in real time?
Yeah.
To see the information?
Yeah, and try to figure out what is going on.
Yeah. What's the most important information here? What does it all mean as we're getting it?
So Castaic is...
Like a case study unfolding before our eyes.
It is.
Yeah.
Castaic is in northern Los Angeles County, California. And the reason this is so urgent is because mandatory evacuations were already in place.
Oh, wow. So they're already telling people to leave their homes.
Yeah.
That's not a decision that's made lightly.
No.
So there's a lot of factors that go into that.
I'm sure.
Thinking about the fire's location and how intense it is,
right?
How fast the wind is blowing and in what direction it's blowing, even the terrain.
That's right.
All of these things.
I would think so.
Contribute to the fire's path and how fast it moves.
And CBS is showing these maps online.
Really?
That actually outline the specific areas.
Wow.
Under these evacuation orders.
That's amazing.
And they're being updated as the fire spreads.
Oh.
So it's just amazing to see how technology is being used to keep people informed in real time.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, with technology, obviously it helps with the response.
Right.
But what about the cause of the fire?
Right. And the article doesn't say exactly what sparked it.
Right.
But, we know that Southern California is prone to wildfires.
It is.
Especially with the Santa Ana winds.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Those Santa Ana winds are a major factor in California wildfires.
Right.
They're hot and dry winds that come down from the mountains.
I've heard of them, yeah.
And basically they whip up all the dry brush.
Right.
And, create these perfect conditions for a wildfire to spread incredibly rapidly.
And then you factor in climate change.
Yeah.
On top of all that.
Exactly. It's like adding fuel to the fire.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Making these winds hotter and drier, and we're seeing longer periods of drought.
Right.
So all of that really contributes to these wildfires.
So we've got this rapidly spreading fire, of people being evacuated.
Right.
And then a combination of all these different factors.
Yeah.
What kind of an impact is this having on Castaic?
Well, we don't have specifics yet.
Yeah.
But we know that wildfires can be devastating.
Of course.
Homes and businesses are lost.
Right.
People are displaced.
Yeah.
And the economic impact on a community can be significant.
Right.
And beyond that, we're talking about long-term effects on air quality.
Sure.
The environment.
Yeah. What do you think is the most important thing for people to remember when they hear about a wildfire like this one?
Well, I think for those that are in the area,
yeah,
the most important thing is to listen to officials, heed those evacuation warnings.
Of course.
It's about protecting lives, first and foremost.
Yeah.
But even for those of us who aren't, in the direct path of this fire, it's just a reminder that we live in a world where these events are becoming more and more frequent, more intense.
Yeah.
And we need to be aware of them.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's something that you think our listeners should consider as they follow the news about the Hughes Fire?
We've seen how technology is playing a huge role in this,
yes,
with the live maps and updates.
Right.
And it just makes you wonder, what other technologies could we develop or utilize to be even better prepared for these kinds of events?
Yeah. That's a really great question to leave our listeners with.
Yeah.
So thanks for taking this deep dive with us today, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Stay safe and stay informed.
Yeah, stay safe out there.
Absolutely.